Hello, everyone. This is Louis Concepcion from Strategic Profit Line Trading coming to you with the plan of the week for week number 48. So, as always, please understand that this information is for educational purposes. I'll be giving no investment advice. Also, understand that none of this is tailored to one individual and everybody must understand their time horizon. Past performance does not guarantee future results of success, and all investment and trading involves risks, so include the loss of principal. The following is the agenda that I'm going to cover as usual. I'm going to do the news, market overview. Once again, another week of 153 earnings, doing earnings this week. And I'll go over the FANG stocks on the Magnificent Seven. Here's with last week's results. Results provided with 23. We went 2-0 on stocks and 2-0 on options. It was a slow week due to the holiday, and we had 16 zones that did not meet entry. Here are the major companies reporting earnings this week. And to add to our stocks, I added week 47 and the two trades that triggered were T-Com and Best Buy this week. And you could have took those trades either in stocks or in options. And in stocks, we were at 31 and 13. And options now we bring our grand total to 29 and 4. So for this week, we got a pretty quiet week of news. Again, it's the holiday season, so be mindful of that. On Monday, the 27th, there's nothing affecting the U.S. Just understand for those of you who trade Forex, in the evening, the Australian dollar would be affected by a report. On Tuesday, we got the consumer confidence report, and that's going to be half an hour after the market opens, so be aware of that. And the New Zealand dollar for you Forex traders will be affected post-market. Coming down to Wednesday, we got a preliminary GDP report, pre-market, so be cognizant of that on Wednesday. And for those of you who once again trade Forex, you got the British pound being affected at 705. The manufacturing PMI is going to be post-market, so it's not going to affect the U.S. equities market, so no concern there. Moving on to Thursday, we got the price index report and unemployment claims Thursday morning before the market opens, so expect some volatility, especially those you trade the futures market. And then on Friday, we got the manufacturing PMI report, and that's going to do it for news for us this week. Oh, and I just noticed we got Powell speaking on next Friday, so that's going to be interesting. Him speaking on a Friday, so be cognizant of that going into December, December 1st. Powell's gonna see if he shakes up the markets. That's going to be interesting. So be cognizant of that. That Powell will be speaking on the first of the month. All right, moving into the charts this week, starting with the S&P 500, the SPX. You can see that the level that I provided last week at 4568.41 to 4605.14. We hit it on Thursday and had a little rejection, had a small rejection on Friday, so it's curious to see how this plays out. I added a level here on the demand side from 43.90 to 43.44. And again, our level that took us a couple of weeks ago from bottom to top is still holding at 41.42 to 40.97. Moving on to the NASDAQ. So our NASDAQ level, we still haven't reached this level. Still hasn't changed. It's going to be 16,255 to 16,606 on the supply side. And I've added this demand zone at 15,349 to 15,064. Moving on to the Dow. As you can see, this is our level that we've penetrated deep into from last week. We're coming deeper, so the Dow is stronger than the SPY and the NASDAQ right now. And that level is going to be 351.81 to 356.78. And I'm going to add this level here. And it's going to be the same as the NASDAQ and the S&P 500. And that's going to be 343 to 338 for those of you who trade stocks in the Dow. And lastly, going to cover the RUT or the IWM, so small caps. So on the demand side, our level still holding from 1647 to 1527. It's the one that took us up. And as you can see, we missed our level here and it's still attempting to come to this level. So I'm going to leave it in place from 1838 to 1867 on the supply side. So in recap, all the markets have a little bit more room to move up and see if we start turning to the downside. As to me, I think our Christmas rally is coming to an end and we got it early in October and November. Moving into earnings for the week. First company I got for you is ZS. And you got a supply level from 244 to 217.47 on the supply side, and on the demand side, we got 128.85 to 123.11. Next company is ESLT. Elbit Systems, as you can see for supply for you this week, I got 219.68 to 225.19 on the supply side, and on the demand side, I got 199.41 to 195.06. Next company I'm gonna look up is CrowdStrike. So on the supply side, you got 234.60 to 241.75, and on the demand side, you got 172.12 to 157.41. Next company with this week that has earnings. So for Workday on the supply side, you got 239.99 to 246.99, and on the demand side, you got 198.92 to 190.87. This company is gonna be into it. As you can see, this zone has already worked once, and we are coming into the zone and rejecting it a little bit here. So for supply, I got $565.18 to $589.65 on the supply side, and on the demand side, you got 503.29 to 489.54. And for whatever reason, it blows past this on earnings. And you have another more conservative zone here, 459.59 to 443.38. Let's go into it. SPLK, another company reporting earnings this week. On the supply side, you got 161.39 for you to 176.20, and on the demand side, you got 125.49 to 117.21. NetApp on the supply side, 80.94 to 83.85 on the supply side, and on the demand side, you got 71.06 to 69.46. What's happening I got for you? On the supply side, you got 34.36 to 35.02, and on the demand side, you got 28.77 to 27.60. This company reporting this week. So for Foot Locker on the demand side, you can see this level is the one that's holding the market up. It's worked once, it's worked twice, and you still haven't penetrated. So you got 16.58 to 11.45, and you got 24.92 to 26.57. Understand that this is very aggressive for the 24.92 to 26.57. If Foot Locker happens to have positive earnings, you have a conservative here at 38.83 to 42.25. Just understand the reason for these significant drops were the previous earnings, and Foot Locker went ahead and went away with their dividend payments, so that's why they had such a trajectory to the bottom and they failed this last quarter. So now that it's holding that's why I'm calling this aggressive. For those of them, if they have good earnings, they might take it back to 38.83, where most people got trapped on their shorts. So be cognizant of this level. Just understand once again, it's an aggressive level, 24.92 to 26.57, and yet conservative areas 30.83 to 42.25. Those are your two supply zones, and your demand zone once again is 16.58 to 11.45. Next is Dollar Tree. So for Dollar Tree, on the demand side, I got 101.06 to 95.90. And on the supply side, I got 122.39 to 125.79. Understand that this is the aggressive trade. Once again, just like Foot Locker, you see how we attempted to come here and it rejected it. So it might just blow past this on earnings and hit the next level at 139.49 to 143.74. And that's going to do it for Dollar Tree. Next company is Hormel. On the demand side, you got 3067 to 2979, and on the supply side, you got 3604 to 3729. Snow is next. On the supply side, you got 185.19 to 193.43, and on the demand side, you got 145.52 to 138.69. Next company is going to be Salesforce CRM. Oh, it's not the right chart. Here we go. All right. So on the supply side, you got 231.36 to 238.22, and on the demand side, you have 165.30 to 159.37. For my aggressive traders, here's a level for you. 199.22 to 193.37. Next company is going to be Five Below. And on the supply side, you see we got 196.87 to 203.04. And on the demand side, we got 148.90 to 140.60. Kroger's next. This is the level that's been holding Kroger on the demand side. So you got 43.24 to 41.85. And on the supply side, this is the level that's been holding in the zone that's been holding Kroger. So you got 49.40 to 50.39. That's what we do for Kroger. Next company is TD Bank. On the supply side, you got 63.17 to 64.50. On the demand side, you got 56 even to 54.71. Build-A-Bear. I don't have any. No, Build-A-Bear, yeah. So you got 17.42 to 14.75 on the demand side. This is close to its all-time high, so I have no supply for you on Build-A-Bear. So those of you who want to trade Build-A-Bear, there you go. 17.42 to 14.75. Let's see if we can bring it down and should definitely back up for the holidays. RY. And for supply, I got 93.78 to 96.86. And on the demand side, I got 80.34 to 77.86. And the last company I have for you for this week is Alt Beauty. And on the demand side, I got 348.20 to 330.97. And on the supply side, I got two levels on top of each other, one that already worked, and one that was left behind. So that first level is 468.47 to 475.62. And that top level 476 to 489. And that's going to do it for us on the earnings front. Now moving into our FANG stocks. First company we're going to cover is Meta. And as you can see, our levels have not changed on Meta. This zone is still holding the 335.18 to 352.16, and the 275 on the supply side, and 275.79 to 268.64. I hope people have been taking advantage of this zone in options. So again, this level overshot a little bit that I had last week. So I'm moving, I moved the level again. And you can see we're starting to turn and see if we have a down week this week, or I'm not sure what the catalyst is going to be, or maybe Powell sends the market screaming to the downside so we can recover or get a pullback and start taking the market back up to all-time highs. But on the supply side, you got 195.53 to 198.57, and on the demand side, you got 167.09, 159.73. That was the level that was holding for us. And for those of you who want an aggressive level, here you go. 177.63 to 173.45, and that's going to do it for Apple. This company is going to be Netflix. No change for us. As you can see, this level still is holding. And on the supply side, we're in that zone, 470.20 to 484.36. And if Netflix breaches this level this week, understand the next level I have for you is 506.96 to 527.91 on the supply side. And on the demand side, you got 345 to 329. Google. Our levels have not changed on Google. On the supply side, we got 141.66 to 145.15. And on the demand side, you got 122.83 to 118.17. And that's going to do it for our FANG stocks. In addition to the Magnificent Seven, let's start off here. So Nvidia, as you can see, they had earnings this week. They blew out earnings, but they still dropped. And like I said, the charts are telling us that this $500 market is expensive for Nvidia. So post earnings, you had 3 down days, and if we continue to go down, this is your aggressive level at 459.97 to 448.64, and taking it back down to 392.89 to 381.58, where we caught the bottom of the market a couple of weeks ago. Once again, at the moment, Nvidia has no supply. Over Amazon. So for Amazon, supply level, I got 149.64 to 158.86 on the supply side, and on the demand side, I got 118.59 to 113.70. And the last company I'm going to cover is going to be Tesla. So no changes on Tesla. As you can see, this is an area that we've attempted to come to a couple of times, 1, 2, 3 times, and we still haven't been able to reach this level. So on the supply side, I'm going to keep it at 249.59 to 257.09. And on the demand side, 193.47 to 177.36. That's going to do it for us for earnings and our Magnificent Seven. And I was asked to cover Ethereum. That is the last one to cover for those of you who trade crypto. And this is what I got. So as you can see, there's a level right here at 2167 to 2376, and you can see how we came in here and rejected it. And we have a lot of demand in crypto, so be cognizant of that. Any pullback, consider, for those of you who don't invest in crypto, start getting into crypto. So on the demand side, I got 1921.8 and then 1824.7 and 1750. For those of you who do not have futures, just understand that you can go ahead and trade coin as a proxy to Ethereum. And these are the levels I have for you. On the supply side, 112.42 to 132.98 and 74.07 to 67.86. Remember, in order to trade Ethereum, you are going to need certain privileges to even view the charts and on your account. So again, you can trade coin in as a proxy to Ethereum. And that's going to do it for the charts this week. So once again, this is Louis Concepcion from Strategic Profit Line Trading. Feel free to contact me. Check out the website for upcoming courses and classes. Feel free to email me. Please follow me on Facebook and LinkedIn for trade posts. And during earnings season, I go ahead and do updates to this PO plan of the week. So feel free to go ahead on LinkedIn or on Facebook to follow me and see updated trades. If you want me to cover any certain company, feel free to email me. And don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button. Till next time, till next week, have a plan. Happy trading, safe trading. See you next time.